transit Neptune in Pisces conjunct natal Mercury in Pisces. Your imagination is stimulated and you may be somewhat psychic at this time. Your thinking is not as logical or as practical as usual and your conversation tends to ramble. However, your imagination can be vivid and you can be especially creative or prophetic about future events. Communications tend to be disorganized and unclear. Your intuition plays a greater role in your work at this time. You can have subtle and prophetic insights. You may be more involved in community or union activities. You may need to confront deceptions at work and it may not be a good time to sign contracts and agreements at this time. With this influence you may feel too idealistic and may lose contact with reality. You may want to isolate yourself from the others or the whole situation could make you feel lonely. In any case, keep your feet on the ground and try to continue with your everyday activities. Stay away from substance abuse, instead try jogging or meditating. Although there is a positive side to the transit of Neptune in conjunction to your natal Mercury, it is quite difficult to handle because the logical side of your brain gets clouded by a nebulous fog. You're not very sure of what you're thinking, or you adopt ideas that you normally would consider impractical. It's not a good time to make important decisions because you can be misinformed about the details. You might make plans that seem to make sense now under this influence, but later will make no sense at all. A tendency to self-deception, being deceived or deceiving others is quite normal for this period. You may deceive others without meaning to because it's so difficult to express what you are thinking, that you will usually be misunderstood. The positive is that your sensitivity to subtle influences around you is greatly increased. Your rational mind is confused, but your intuitive one is very sharp. You will notice how insufficient logical rationalism is when discovering your psychic and telepathic abilities. You may discover secrets while you learn things about the hidden aspects of the mind. You may want to explore mystical and extrasensory topics. This is a great time to create inspirational works, or even marketing ads for a product or service. Your increased ability to sense what other people want or need can help you design stories, videos or ads that will appeal to their emotions. Love and private life. Your ability to see things as they are may be somewhat limited now. Instead, your intuition is very strong. Your perception is no longer limited to your sense of sight or hearing but also occurs through your way of feeling. You sense the nuances and things that are left unsaid. You see what is not apparent to others, but miss out on some of the concrete details as a result. A tender touch or loving glance expresses far more than words. You are open to love and could easily fall in love in this state. Being in love may be your permanent condition. This would definitely explain some things. If you have been living in a relationship for quite a while, there may be some things that you would rather not see. You now have the ability to simply ignore them so that everything can remain the way it is. When people are afraid of the truth, they prefer not to see things quite as clearly. You may also be taking liberties with the truth and giving your partner a bit of the runaround. Many things are not as you had thought, and you seem to have problems when it comes to thinking right now. If you resonate with this reading, don't forget to subscribe.